Hi everyone, thanks for checking out this video. Today we're going to talk about the cost of the Polo. I've owned the Polo for 4.5 years. I've done more than 100,000 kilometers with my Polo. And today I'm going to show you an overview of all the costs that I had over the years when it comes to repair bills, when it comes to gasoline bills. I will calculate an average of fuel consumption over more than 100,000 kilometers. So to summarize this video, this will be a video about the maintenance cost, the reliability of the car, of the engine, of all the components. If you drive the car for 15,000 kilometers, or to convert it to miles, a little under 10,000 miles a year with the car. Again, I've owned the car for more than 4.5 years. I've driven more than 100,000 kilometers with the car. And I can show you all the insights in the repair bills. I can show you the fuel consumption over 100,000 kilometers. Mind you, I drive 90% of the time highway when it's also when there's a traffic jam. So average speeds are, let's say, 60 kilometers an hour. But I collected all the data, all the gas bills, all the repair bills. I collected them all. And now I can calculate those against the number of kilometers driven. So I can come up with some numbers, some raw data for you that you might be interested in if you are considering to buy such a car, and what you should look out for. I already made 2 other videos about the car itself, if it's a reliable car, what are some of the things that you should look out for when considering to buy such a car. So if you want to go more into depth about the car itself, I suggest you look up my channel and check out those 2 videos. If you are more into the cost of owning a car and driving a little under 10,000 miles a year, and then when it comes to reliability, when it comes to gas mileage and the price, then this video is for you. So without any further ado, let's start. So we start off with the calculation of the gas mileage. First off, some basic data. This data is recorded over a 56-month period of owning the car. The data: total kilometers driven 103,000 kilometers. Total amount of fuel consumed 5,954 liters. Total amount of money spent on fuel 8,961 euros. Average price for fuel €1.48 a liter. This is the basic data on which we can calculate monthly, yearly and overall costs of the car. Let's start with the monthly data based on the basic data. Average spending on fuel each month, 160 euros. Average driven kilometers each month, 1,839 kilometers. And now some useful knowledge. The average consumption of the Polo over 103,000 kilometers was 1 liter on every 17.3 kilometers. I'm very much surprised by this. Better than expected. Again, calculated over a 56-month span. So we take in consideration different driving styles, weather types and distances traveled. The first 4 months of owning the car I made the most kilometers. At one point I drove about a little under 1,000 kilometers a week and needed to fill up the car for gas twice a week. But for the sake of keeping this simple, we calculate the average over 56 months. Now let's check out the maintenance cost on this car. I do need a reliable car, so I will never let problems get out of hand. I need to be able to trust on my car, and I will need to keep it in optimal working condition. Basically, it needs to be safe and reliable. What are some of the things I did when it comes to maintenance? I changed the oil on a yearly basis. I changed the oil filter, air filter and sometimes even the air conditioning filter. After 6 months I put 4 new tires on the car. I changed the water pump. I cleaned the gas valve housing. I changed the fan belt. I replaced the spark plugs. I changed the battery. I changed some rubbers on the suspension. And I had the thermostat replaced. And my last repair was a broken exhaust sensor. Sounds like a whole lot, right? Well, keep in mind the car is 13 years old and some parts will fail on you if you like it or not. You are curious what it all costed? I spent 3,809 euros on repairs over the period of 56 months. That's an average of 68 euros in repairs on a monthly basis. So we will add the 68 euros on repairs each month in order to calculate the ownership costs of the Polo. We are now ready to calculate the cost of ownership for this VW Polo 9N over the span of 56 months. We start with a calculation of the depreciation. I bought the car for 6,500 back in 2012. Got back 3,500 euros in 2017 when I traded it in for a new car. So the car depreciated 3,000 euros over a 56-month period. This results in a monthly depreciation of 53 euros 57. I'm now ready to do the final calculation. The monthly costs of the Polo are: insurance cost me 45 euros a month. Road tax cost 30 euros a month. Depreciation cost 53.57 a month. Average cost of fuel 160 euros a month. Average spent on repairs 68 euros. So the monthly cost of owning, driving, repairing and taking depreciation in consideration is 356 euros and 57 cents or $406 a month average. Yearly costs, when you multiply that by 12, 4,278.84 euros, or in dollars, $4,882.16. So the cost over 56 months, hold on to your seat, is 19,967 euros and 92 euro cents, which comes up to $22,783. With that big number in mind, we can calculate the price for each driven kilometer, 103,000 kilometers. So the price for each kilometer driven comes down to 19 cents for each kilometer. So driving each day 100 kilometers cost 19 euros. So there you have it, the cost of owning the Volkswagen Polo over 56 months. As you can see, I did a lot of repairs. Gasoline prices are relatively high in Western Europe. Road tax and insurance are not expensive on this type of car. Conclusion: driving a car is expensive. Daily driving a car is even more expensive. I think you can save most money on a car when it's already depreciated far enough. In the case of the Polo, it's a popular car here in the Netherlands. So when it comes to resale time, you get a nice amount of money back from your dealership. In the case of the Polo, I had the car with an automatic gearbox and the car was in the Highline trim, so the car kept its value over the years. The first owner bought the car back in 2004 for 19,600 euros. So now you know that cars that depreciate hard can be picked up 10 years down the line for something like 10% of the original purchasing price. Especially big executive cars depreciate fast. Small city cars are relatively popular, so they hold their value better. This makes it relatively expensive to buy at first, but is beneficial when it comes to resale time. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments.